It's going to be absolutely a blast to the past, but now just on a different level. I think it's so interesting to actually have two of the 32X systems and just use them for once, because owning two makes no sense. But if you're going to be having Doom Resurrection, two televisions, and this way we can just connect and play. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, because I've been playing Doom in LAN on the PC. But having this on the Sega 32X is absolutely the next level. But not on a graphical way, because of course the PC version is superior to the 32X version. But still, it's a lot of fun to play this together with somebody else. But in this video we're going to be using a Mega Drive 2 and a Sega Genesis. It's going to be a weird combination, but this is actually what I've been laying around in my collection. So I was thinking I'm not going to be buying another 32X and the same kind of system for this video, because that would be crazy and quite expensive. But how are we going to be connecting everything? So at first I didn't really want to show this because it's really bad. So the first part, let's talk about the Mega Drive. I was looking into my stores like, where did I put all the freaking like Mega Drive 2 power supply? So I grabbed like the 100 volt, have like a converter over here. This one has been connected to the, let's say, the splitter. I grabbed myself one of those universal power supplies. It's not a bad one, like 3 amps. 9 volts, plugged it into the Mega Drive over there. So moving on to, let's say, the Genesis. This was a different configuration, because this is going to be way handier with this special power supply. I should make a couple of them myself. This is so easy, where you can just plug everything in, even having one left, because if in combination with the Sega CD. So yeah, if you're going to be looking at it, and of course the power supply for the converter I'm going to be using for this. Oh man, and then not to forget the two controllers, the systems, and of course 2 screens and the cable, the linking cable that we're also going to be using. So it's a completely extreme cable nightmare. Okay, so the link cable has been implemented in the two Sega 32X systems, but it's absolutely one hot mess when it comes to, let's say, the studio now. I just grabbed 2 monitors. I completely like hooked them differently up, because one has an AV out in and the other one is just using a converter. I just grabbed everything that I had over here to hooking it up. So for the right console we're going to be using the Sega Genesis #1 with the 32-bit attached. Doom Resurrection has been connected, all the cables. It's like crazy, 2 power supplies and everything else. So we're going to be turning this thing on. But there's one thing what we're going to be doing is going to the second console over here. So I'm just using LCD display. This is like in the middle of the night I'm recording this, and that was the only thing that I'm having by hand. I don't have the CRTs in my storage here. So the only weird thing is, like, I had some problems with the second system. Sometimes doesn't boot up. We're getting some weird stuff going on. So what I'm going to be doing is removing the link cable. Come on. Something trying to do that with one hand is not a good idea. So now it's going to be booting up, and then we're going to be connecting the link cable and trying to see if we can get something going on over here. Cable has been connected, so we're going to be having the 2 Dooms running. So the next thing we're going to be doing is over here to the first one. We're going to be getting in a new game. We're going to be having multiplayer. Before we're going to be doing that, we're getting over here the second controller. I'm going to be booting up the game because I want to do this very fast. We're going to be going to the join over there. So let's go to the A, pressing the button over there. We're going to be choosing the stage. Here we can choose the cooperative mode, difficulty, everything else. Let's go for the cooperative mode. Now it says attempting to connect. The next thing we're going to be doing is pressing A for joining. And there we go. And we have the LAN function or cooperative mode ready to go. So let's move around and let's show that we're actually having the second player in there. So I think it's just like a really cool piece of engineering. So let's shoot. And here you can see we can hit each other. So kind of cool when you're going to be looking at how this actually just turns out. This is such a cool overall experience that we can play together through 2 Sega systems. That's absolutely nuts. So when it comes to the frames per second, there we go. It's resetting already. But this is something I have maybe to do because of the connection. Ooh! There's some problems, connecting problems. Okay. I did start asking for the frames per second. It was kind of interesting. Can you still see the other character? No, they're not connected anymore. So let's try that again. It was interesting that we had this weird thing going on. So let's check out if we can still get a connection going on with this. So let's choose join here. And then we're going having new game, multiplayer. Let's get into a different, let's play search. Let's see the plant with stage 1, play 2. Then we're having cooperative mode. Let's start the game. Let's join. Let's see if I see some compatibility issues. So let's try that thing again with the frames per second, if this is going to be, yep. So it does have problems when you're getting into the frames or the special mode. So you really don't need to do that. If you're going to be doing that, it's going to be messing up the system itself. Let's see if we can still connect very quickly like this. Yeah, so we can reconnect very easily, but you don't need to add the frames per second mode or the, let's say, dev mode. Then it's going to be bricking and having connection problems. So that's it. So configuration is quite easy when it comes to that. So another thing I wanted to do, okay, we're going to be starting off a new game, this time from this side. We're going to be having multiplayer, we're going to be having, let's see, the match mode. Let's start in the game. Oh, now it's going to be starting to glitch because I still have the connection going on. And let's join. Let's see if we can just connect to the other way. So now we're having deathmatch mode. And we're going to be also starting on different locations, so that's just really cool. Let's see if we can find some new weapons, if there anything that's going on over here, or is it just... We do have some ammo. Don't see anything going on when it comes to this. Still the original items, like over here we're having the armor, but there is no extra shotgun or whatsoever. That will be very cool. But so let's do another test, what I wanted to do graphical wise. So we had some problems with the dev mode, so let's see what happens if we're going to be messing with the resolutions and everything. So you can see both of them it's set to 160 by 180. Let's see if we can crack it all up to the maximum. Okay, so we don't have any problem there. Widescreen has been set to off. Let's turn it on. But there's no problem there. Not at all. So when it comes for configuration everything, yeah, it's super easy to set up and it's such a very cool overall experience. Playing Doom 32X Resurrection on LAN. This is just nuts. I think this is such a cool, let's say, technical standpoint, wicked thingy. And it's a lot of fun to revisit the old systems and then having even the opportunity to connect two of them and just play together with friends. And that is something I'm going to be doing into the future if you ask me. This is such a cool thing. I love Doom and playing it together with friends in cooperative mode or deathmatch mode is such a very interesting, let's say, feature you only see normally on PC. Thank you all for watching, consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and it would be great to see you in the next video.